Good morning, students. Let's move to the next topic of the chapter, that is control of fire. You must have seen or heard of fire breaking out in homes, shops, and factories. If you have seen such type of accident, what you do? You generally call a fire service or a fire brigade. So you must have the telephonic number of these emergency services like fire brigade, police station, or ambulance. Do you know what are the telephonic numbers of these emergency services? You must know to fight with any such type of situation. The telephonic number of police station in your area is 100, that is 100. For fire brigade it is 101, 101, and for ambulance it is 102. So you should have the emergency number of all these services. Now in this topic I am going to explain, if something catches fire, how we can control that fire. To occur the fire, or we can say for the process of combustion or burning, three conditions are very essential. If we stop any one of these conditions, we can stop the fire. For the process combustion, number one, we require by removing the combustible substance from the place and the surrounding areas. Number one requirement for the process of combustion is presence of fuel or the combustible substance. If we can remove the fuel from that place, we can control the fire. Number two is by cutting the supply of air. For the process of combustion to take place, oxygen is very necessary, and it supports the burning process. So if you stop the contact of the burning material with the air, or we can say oxygen, we can control the fire. Number three is by lowering the temperature of the burning object below its ignition temperature. As I told you, for the process of combustion, ignition temperature is required, and ignition temperature is the minimum temperature at which a substance catches fire. If somehow we can lower the temperature of the burning object so that it may not be able to attain its ignition temperature, in this case also we can control the fire. Here I have made this triangular to show these three conditions which are essential for the process of combustion. Number one, oxygen, heat, and fuel. So if we can stop any of these three conditions, we can control the fire. So now question arises, how we control the fire. Firstly, we should know to control the fire, certain substances, certain devices are used which are called fire extinguishers. These are the devices used to put out an accidental fire, and they are painted red for easy identification. You have seen in your schools, in your hospitals, a red color cylinder. So generally these are colored in red for their easy identification. So we can say fire extinguishers are the devices which are used to control the fire. Now how different fire extinguishers control the fire? Here is given. Number one, fire is generally extinguished by the following method. Number one is by spraying water. Whenever we call the fire brigade, what it does, it sprays the water on the combustible materials. What is the function of water? How it control the fire? Number one, water cuts off the supply of air. Water covers the fire like a blanket, and in this way it prevents the contact of the combustible material with the oxygen. In this way the contact between the oxygen and combustible material is cut off, and it controls the fire. Number two, what the water does, it brings the temperature of the combustible material below its ignition temperature. In another way we can say it cools the burning material, it cools the fuel so that it is not able to attain its ignition temperature. In this way water is able to control the fire. So there are basically two reasons how water control fire. Number one, it cut off the supply of air, and second one, it cools the burning material. In this way water is able to control the fire. But the main drawback of using water is that water should never be used for fires which are spread due to oil, or which are due to short circuit, because oil is lighter in weight than the water, and if you are using water to extinguish the fire which is caused due to oil will float over the water, and it will not be able to control the fire. It may even spread the fire. In the same way, if fire is due to short circuit, if there is an electrical equipment in your home which catches fire, in that case also we should not use water, because water is a good conductor of electricity, and due to its good conduction of electricity it may spread the fire and it may also harm the electrical appliances. So in case of short circuit or oil fires, we should never use water to control the fire. So in that case what we do, thus for fire caused due to electrical equipment, there is a soda acid fire extinguisher which is used, and how it control the fire, it releases the carbon dioxide gas, and this carbon dioxide gas is used to control the fire. You have seen some red color cylinders which are also fixed in your schools or hospitals or airports. These cylinders actually contain carbon dioxide gas. They release the carbon dioxide gas, and now question arises, how this carbon dioxide gas is able to control the fire. We know since CO2 is heavier than air, so it forms a blanket over the burning surface. We can say it forms a blanket like structure around the fuel, and due to it the connection between the fuel and the oxygen is cut off, and it helps to control the fire. So in this way this carbon dioxide is able to control the fire, because it cuts off the supply of air to the burning material and it controls the fire. Secondly, if electrical equipment is on fire, it also doesn't damage the electrical equipment. So CO2, or we can say carbon dioxide, is also a very effective fire extinguisher. Now here I have shown the diagram of soda acid fire extinguisher which releases the carbon dioxide gas to control the fire. Now what is its structure? As you can see, these extinguishers have a metallic cylinder. There is a metallic cylinder containing saturated solution of sodium bicarbonate. As you can see, there is a solution inside this cylinder which is sodium bicarbonate solution. A glass bottle containing, here this is a glass bottle. A glass bottle containing concentrated sulfuric acid is tied to the cap of the metal cylinder. Here sodium bicarbonate is present, and in this bottle what is taken? Some acid like the concentrated sulfuric acid. When the knob is struck, when we struck the nozzle, or we can say when the knob is struck, the acid bottle breaks and the sodium bicarbonate solution, this solution react with this concentrated sulfuric acid, and during this process a huge amount of carbon dioxide gas is released out. So the basic procedure of acting this cylinder is that this is containing the sodium bicarbonate, and here is in this bottle is present the concentrated sulfuric acid. When we drop this concentrated, when this nozzle is open, this concentrated sulfuric acid is poured in this sodium bicarbonate solution, and when these both react, a huge amount of carbon dioxide gas is released out, and this carbon dioxide then covers the fuel like a blanket and cuts off the supply of oxygen to the fuel. In this way this carbon dioxide is able to control the fire. So such type of cylinders which release carbon dioxide to control the fire are called soda acid fire extinguisher. In the same way, if fire is on small scale, we can also control it by throwing some sand. Sand also cover its function is also the same. If there is some fire on small scale, we can throw the sand on that area. Sand also covers the fire like a blanket, and it cuts off the supply of oxygen, or we can say air, to the burning material, and the fire is controlled. Often in the same way, by wrapping the blanket, you have seen in pictures or in your real life that sometime when the clothes of a person catches fire, the person is wrapped in a blanket. What is the function of that blanket? The function of blanket is same. This blanket covers the person, and due to it the contact between the clothes of the person and oxygen is cut off, means oxygen is not available to the person, and in this way the fire is controlled. So by adopting by such method, by the use of water, by the use of carbon dioxide, sand, etc., we can control the fire. Thank you.